Hey, this is Kurt the Boat Doctor. Whoa, can you believe this? First day, look at this. Calm, beautiful, it's kind of warm, it almost feels like summer. Yeah, we've had a pretty windy and cold here lately, so. And I know, Jim, don't be whining at me about getting a wash bath, you know, you'll get one. Hopefully this weekend. Anyway, out here, boy, I haven't ran one of these in a while. It's a 2301 seaswirl walk around. This is when they did this style. It's called the Euro style. Back in 2000 and I think 21 or 22, they started this. So, no, not 2020. Boy, am I off a few years. It was 1998, and then 2000, 2002. I'm sorry. 2002, that they started this Euro design like this. This was an inboard. So what the guy did is got rid of the inboard, made this offshore bracket. I think Jackson Marine did that. I could be wrong, but it looks like his work. And they did go to the bottom of the hole, which could be a good thing. That actually gives them another probably 3 feet out. So you could classify this technically as a 26-foot boat. But that's gonna help them probably eliminate some porpoising problem. Because if he went all the way to the bottom of the hole and he went up with the offshore bracket from the bottom up, then that weight could have made this boat porpoise. But again, this is a 200 inline 4-cylinder, so they're pretty light. They're the weight of a 150. So you got a lot of bow weight, so you know, here nor there, but this is the way to build it. And he also kind of made a semi-half reverse on the sides instead of putting the flange out on the side in the back there. So that might help that water spray from coming up and shooting on the motor. We're gonna see, because I'm talking about this here where he went up because he matched the bottom hole over there, so hopefully that water flow will continue back. But if that was straight, the water comes off that leading edge and shoots water up. Because we're gonna see if not, they could tack on one of them, put flanges on all the way around it. 14 by 15, I believe, stainless steel, right hand rotation. Yeah, 14 by 15, inline 4-cylinder. This guy repowered, which is smart, because you know the price of a new one of these stripers would be pretty up there. So if you can find a good hull, and what he did in IO, he probably bought this thing really reasonable. Yank that out, make an offshore bracket, hang a 4-stroke. What you did there now, winterized, it's already winterized. You don't have manifolds, elbows, you don't have the elbows, manifolds, all the starters down in the bilge to go bad, and the trim pump. So you eliminate a lot of headaches down the road. These troll down, they're quiet, they're fuel efficient. So there's a big advantage of going, plus you gain the room. Like now here, you can just use that back end for storage. But this, in 2002, when they went to this style, it changed the boats. The 23 really back, like in the 98s and 99s, you had to really use the trim tabs, and they're real sensitive. When they went to this new Euro design and bigger reverse and strakes, it really helped where you almost barely had to use the trim tabs, or they weren't so sensitive. So this was a good hull design. So he gets some Max L1, waxes his baby up. So again, if he bought the boat right, he could throw that motor on there. He's got a hell of a nice boat for half the price. So that's what a lot of people are doing. So that's why I'm down here today, is to run that out, check the motor, check that offshore bracket, make sure it doesn't spray, porpoise, and it performs. And then you got some nice curved lights up front, adjustable up on top. So what a light system. You can adjust those outside to the outside, leave the two, kind of spread them out a little bit and get visibility at 180 degrees probably. All right, let's take her to water, and I'm gonna do that first hour break-in. If I got the extra time, maybe I'll do the 4 to 5 break-in for you too. Okay, Boat Doctor out.